The world of serial killers is a chilling and perplexing domain that continues to captivate and horrify society. This episode aims to provide a comprehensive exploration of some of the most notorious figures in history, focusing on their backgrounds, methods, and the profound impact their crimes had on communities and law enforcement. Serial killers often emerge from backgrounds marked by trauma, abuse, or significant psychological disturbances. Understanding their biographies can offer critical insights into the factors that contribute to their violent behaviors. For instance, Eugene Watts, also known as the Sunday morning slasher, is believed to have killed over 80 women across multiple states. His plea bargain in Texas, which led to his confessions, ultimately resulted in a 60-year prison sentence, later extended to life imprisonment in Michigan. Watts' case underscores the complexity and challenges faced by law enforcement in tracking and prosecuting serial offenders. Another infamous figure is Belle Gunness, a Norwegian-born killer who allegedly murdered over 40 suitors and relatives in Indiana. Her case remains shrouded in mystery, particularly her disappearance after a fire in 1908, where a decapitated woman's body was found. Gunness' potential for faking her death adds layers of intrigue and complexity to her dark legend, highlighting the difficulties in attaining closure in such cases. The methods employed by serial killers are as varied as their backgrounds. Some, like the monster Florence, targeted couples in secluded areas, mutilating their victims in grotesque ways. Others, like Arthur Shawcross, known as the Genesee River Killer, targeted sex workers, employing a combination of strangulation and blunt force. The impact of their crimes extends far beyond the immediate loss of life. Communities are often left in a state of fear and suspicion, while law enforcement agencies must grapple with the immense pressure to solve these cases and prevent further atrocities. The legal proceedings that follow, such as the controversial trials of the monster Florence or the plea bargains like that of Eugene Watts, further illustrate the judicial system's complexities in dealing with such heinous crimes. The psychological profiles of these killers also play a crucial role in understanding their actions. For example, Joachim Kroll, the Ruhr cannibal, and Doringel Vargas, the people eater, provide extreme examples of cannibalistic tendencies, adding another layer of horror to their crimes. These cases often require specialized psychological evaluations and interventions, reflecting the need for a multidisciplinary approach in both prevention and prosecution. Watts' criminal activities spanned numerous states, complicating efforts by law enforcement to connect the dots between his crimes. The scope of his killings only came to light after his arrest in 1982. In a controversial plea bargain in Texas, Watts agreed to plead guilty to a lesser charge in exchange for immunity from murder charges, provided he offered information on his victims. This deal led to his confession to 12 murders and a 60-year prison sentence on the lesser charge. However, this initial sentence did not mark the end of his legal journey. Additional trials in Michigan in 2004 and 2007 resulted in life imprisonment sentences, reflecting the severity of his crimes and the enduring effort by authorities to ensure he remained behind bars. Watts' death from cancer shortly after his 2007 sentencing brought a grim end to a life marked by brutality and terror. The full extent of his crimes remains a subject of speculation, with some estimates suggesting he may have killed over 100 women. Turning to Belle Gunness, another notorious figure, her story is steeped in mystery and horror. Born in Norway and later settling in Indiana, Gunness is believed to have murdered over 40 individuals, including suitors and relatives, as part of a murder-for-profit scheme. Her victims were often lured by personal ads promising love and companionship, only to meet a gruesome fate at her hands. Gunness' ability to evade detection for years speaks to her cunning and the limitations of early 20th century forensic science. Her reign of terror came to an abrupt and enigmatic end in 1908, when a fire engulfed her farmhouse. In the aftermath, authorities discovered the decapitated body of a woman thought to be Gunness, alongside the bodies of her children who had died of strychnine poisoning before the fire. However, the smaller stature of the decapitated body compared to Gunness raised suspicions that she may have faked her death and escaped, adding another layer of intrigue to her dark legacy. The disappearances and deaths associated with Gunness prompted significant media attention and public fascination. Her case highlights the challenges faced by early law enforcement in tracking and apprehending serial killers, as well as the enduring allure of unsolved mysteries in the public consciousness. Both Carl Eugene Watts and Belle Gunness exemplify the horrifying capabilities of serial killers and the profound impact their crimes can have on society. Their stories serve as grim reminders of the importance of vigilance, advancements in forensic science, and the relentless pursuit of justice in the face of unimaginable evil.